Greetings and welcome to another Alpha Magnus review. Today we've got the exciting, not to be understated, probably one of my favorite things that I've seen in a minute for Transformers. This is the comics. I can't remember what they're actually calling this line. This is, I think, the 40 years, I don't know, generations, selects. It's something. They have a bunch of these that are coming out. This is the only one that I really had to have because I don't have a Straxus. My other Straxus I used for a custom years ago. He was kind of tiny, little guy. This one is definitely a thing to do. Hopefully I can find my Scrounge because I would love to have him do that, if you know that comics thing. I read the Marvel comics once years ago, so I'm not fresh with those, but he is a Marvel comics character. This is pretty cool. So they do have a whole thing there if you want to pause and read that. It's pretty much in every language known to man. And then you have this, of course, Straxus. I'm probably throwing this box out because I don't really need this box. It's kind of huge, but I really like the minimalism that they did here with the packaging. I don't think this is going to any sort of retailer. I think this is strictly Pulse only. Possibly some other ones later. They've been doing that where after a while, if the things are getting expensive on eBay, they'll bring them back out. So that's nice. This is one of the few and last purchases of this type that I was approving for myself. Still have not. I have a job, but it's not great. So I didn't want to blow all my money on this, but this one was a definite must-have. Straxus is pretty badass. So he is part of the same family as Galvatrons, the same figure. In fact, they just modified him. I'll go grab my Galvatron because that's actually one that I have nearby. So I keep my Galvatrons close to heart. I'll go grab that. As I throw a shark dick on. So here's Galvatron, clear and regular. So you can see there is a definite similarities here, but there are definitely differences as well. He has been remolded. I'll say more than I thought he was going to be. Let's pull that in there. He does come with his sweet axe here, which looks like it just bends a little here and there. And then we've got this instead of the big pistol there. Taking a look at his head, there is a little bit of a like mouth kind of thing going on there. Straxus was kind of weird looking to begin with, and some people said that they thought this was initially meant to be Straxus to begin with, like the main figure. So like this immediately they were like, well, that looks like a Straxus, and then just never brought it out. What's going on there? Basic articulation of a Transformer. They are usually good. So let's take a look at his axe here. Pretty cool. I am not against using instructions for this one because I remember even Galvatron I've transformed 6 times or so, and every time I'm like, what am I even doing here? Let's take a look at there Where did these instructions go? They fell on something fell on the ground. It's one of my videos. All right. So let's move these boys over here and here, so that we have a nice little crisp area to put this. And it looks like first thing we do is fold these out, which remember this folds out or not. I feel like these instructions are somehow getting worse. Anyone else mess with Transformers? Feel that? Because this makes no sense. So it has us fold this out, right? Here. Let me fold it back. And then oh, well, this was supposed to be out. Okay, so I didn't do that. Let me twist it in. Got it. That's somewhat makes sense. Okay. 5, snap them together. And then this side, we, of course, take this off. Fold in our fists. Twist you up. There's a little peg right there. Goes in the hole. This part folds down. Normally this would be up here, but this looks like this, twists and goes into there. That's actually, I think, nicer than Galvatron's, which is interesting. Okay, and these point out. These ones come out this way. Then we push these. Ooh, interesting. This comes out. This comes out. We're halfway there, folks, already. As I said, this is not an intuitive, by any means, transformation. Fold that up. Looks like we thought this folds down, but it's not. It's not wanting to move here. Yeah, it shows that it should fold down. Jesus. All right, I gotta look a little closer here. So that pulls out. This folds down. This comes out here. Ah, that was the whole problem. There's a little latch right there. And this folds back down and back up. So once it engulfs it, it then does that again. And then it's like this goes back. And then this goes down. Very strange transformation. This is why I said I've not done this a lot. Because every time that you do it, you're like, what am I even doing here? This is kind of goofy. This part clicks. But that's why I do these transformation videos sometimes, because I feel like without doing them, I don't even know what I'm doing. There. All right. Let me fold these up. Ooh, this clicks on here. That I feel like this is still better than Galvatron's transformation. So that's something to look at. And then these ones should fold down, I think. So this piece goes right into there. That doesn't feel right. So this looks pretty much like what it's supposed to. We're locked in. Click that in. This part clicks down. Oh, okay. Maybe these go up. That's why I wasn't able to do it. Goes there and there. And this folds there. All right. Let's click together. Yeah, I think this is actually better than that. All right, now then this folds down. It goes like that to make our tripod base thing. Now, I'd have to go take a look at the pictures of his alt mode. I think this is different, so I think, but it's close enough for me. I don't care. It looks like this. It's a little angle. It clicks right on top. That's pretty slick. I'm not gonna lie there. So there it is. There's the dark mount slash Straxus mold. Looks like there is a blast effect port in there somewhere, but pretty cool. Really glad to have this figure, the alt mode. Probably the only time I'm ever gonna put it into this alt mode. I almost made this video for me more than anything, so that I can go back and look and see how I transform this guy, because this is kind of nutty. Just realized that I didn't push that over far enough. Let's bring him back to normal, and then we'll do some comparisons on what has changed and what has not. So hopefully I can click this together. I remember this being way easier to do. To undo this part. Okay, we fold that all in. This clicks there, click there, click, 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 clickety, click, click. So I do want to applaud the Transformers team for getting this thing out, because I did not think that this was going to be one that they were going to do anytime soon. All right, that's not the one I want. I want this one. Now let's just hope that they bring out all the other ones that have kind of had mold mates that we were like, well, this will definitely be that. I'm drawing a blank on them, but there's a couple of them that are just like, oh, well, this is definitely going to happen because they made this guy, and then they totally didn't. They did do the Motor Master from the animated line, but I feel like we still need the rest of our Motor Master as well. I think they had a Thunder Clash that looked like it was pretty much coming from that Motor Master as well, and that never happened. So I had canceled. I made a bunch of customs of the Euro G1 team, and never got around to them because I'm like, they've already got this, so I'm just not going to make the rest of it. And now I don't know if they will. They really need to finish that lot out. I think with this kind of a figure, it's going to show that people do want them. So let's hope this one doesn't end up at Ollie's or something and completely screw that up. I'm now like almost scared about things ending up at Ollie's that I normally would have been super happy about, because that means they're not going to go down that route again, and that would suck. I'm actually going to look and see where that's supposed to go before I toss this. Oh, he just uses it as a gun, or he could clip it on his back. I did the arm cannon, and I think that's where I'm going to leave it. So, there he is on all his booty. It's this, it's a great figure. So, main differences here. Instead of treads, we've got these things, which are nothing really. No blaster for that. Looks like the forearms got a remold too. Just a little bit of a different forearm there. You can see. So there are plenty of remold differences, which is appreciated. I don't know what happened to this. Okay, the shoulders are the same. Mid-torso is the same on the back. They did remold this, which that's more remolding than I was expecting to. So you see the back is definitely different. Head, of course, different. Thing that holds that on the neck pieces is the same. He did not come with this accessory. The back part's different. Looks like the legs are the same. The front of this is, of course, different, but I think that's designed that way so that you could just do this overlay to go over it. So that's actually not bad. Crotch is different. There's a lot of different stuff. Surprisingly, this is the same, this piece, and then that's all about the same. So probably what, like a lot of cosmetic, but probably like 40% of this figure is new, which is very surprising, being that it is Straxus. It's not like they made Straxus and then we're like, well, we got to figure out another use, which sometimes they do and they just don't tell you. But I think this one is definitely definitely worth its weight. And if you're planning on picking it up, do it now. I don't even know if it's available for sale, because this is like an online selects only thing, and they are limited. But in saying that, could be at Ollie's in a couple years, because if not enough people purchase it to make the minimum order quantity, you're just not going to see. I've noticed that Hasbro takes them off of the website, and then they end up at Ollie's later. This, of course, is the clear one that they came out with on Selects. Same deal. They didn't re-release this guy. He's a one and done. Glad I picked both of those up when I did. So this is the third of this mold that I have. I think only the third use of it at all. They might have made a toy colors one of him, now that I think about it, but I don't need that. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment, and until next time, I'm Alpha Magnus. These are toys.